Creatures of the unknown. Which ones do you think are real? If any.
What if they're all real?
Maybe.
How cool would that be? Jello, I'm Ash.
And I'm Lynn.
And this is Only If You Can Keep Up.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about different creatures of the unknown, different myths and stories. There's so many out there, but we just picked a few to discuss, and we'll talk about if we believe in them. Do you believe in them?
Maybe we can change your mind. Never know. Okay, we're going to start with Bigfoot. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I don't know.
Like, gun to head, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yes. I believe there's something out there like him.
Yeah?
Maybe not Bigfoot specifically,
right.
But I think there's something out there.
I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't think it's real. I don't think... There's no way. I can't... I believe there was a creature like Bigfoot maybe a long time ago. Like they have drawings of Bigfoot in caves. Back then maybe.
Right.
But now, with what we have, our technology, the way the world is, you know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely no way.
There's like big apes and gorillas, and there's humans.
Right.
And there's all these years of evolution, and you don't think that maybe some got mixed up along the way and got lost out in the wilderness? And
no, and I have reasons why. Okay. First of all, we'll start with any picture taken of Bigfoot is not clear.
Right.
We are in 2023. Even 10 years ago, it doesn't. Our photographs are epic with our cell phones. Granted, that's now, but even 10 years ago, cell phones had cameras.
Right.
There's not a clear picture.
Oh, I fully agree with that.
They're grainy. They're blurry. They're, you know what I mean? The time the last 10 years, we have come so far with photography in general. We should have a clear picture.
Yeah.
We should 100% have a clear picture.
Yeah.
Another thing is there are sightings all over the world. It's not just America. Right. There's some in Russia. There's some in Canada. There's some in Antarctica, which that would be the Yeti, essentially.
Here's where I'm going to interrupt because I'm a little bit confused. Just came to me. So, the grainy pictures. Mm-hmm. With the way technology is now, they can be easily fabricated to look real, but they're not. Do you think there is a chance that if he is real, or there's something like him out there, that he's distorting our images in some way? That maybe we're not able to get a clear picture? Just an idea, just off the top of my head.
Just like his energy distorts.
Yeah, maybe it throws things off. Because if they wanted a good fake picture that seemed real, they could fabricate it so easily now.
But if a creature can do that, why is that creature not doing more? You know what I mean? I can take a picture of a bear with no problem, eating and mauling another animal.
Right.
But I can't get a picture of a Bigfoot. If a Bigfoot could distort a picture...
Well, maybe his intelligence is higher to where he knows that he doesn't want to be seen, he doesn't want to be out. Whereas a bear is just his natural habitat. He doesn't care.
So essentially you're saying a bear...
If he's more evolved...
Bigfoot's an alien.
No, I mean, not an alien necessarily. If he's out there, I feel like he's got a higher intelligence than what a bear would have. He would know when to run and when... I'm not saying he's real because I don't know.
Right.
But I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, maybe he is of higher intelligence.
Okay.
Not higher than us, but enough to know when to run and how to throw things off in some way.
Okay.
I don't know. Something to think about. It just came to me. It's not it's not like this theory I have normally. I just...
Right. Okay. The sightings that are all over the world, they're everywhere. They're you name it. How do they survive then? How does one creature survive in Iceland? Same creature survive in the desert or the mountains? There's different... What do they eat?
I feel like it would be like how different humans survive in different places. Maybe they adapt,
Okay, but humans have... That's another thing I go on later. Humans have tools to survive.
Right.
These don't. These they're not bears. They can't maul, and they're... we don't know. We haven't found... Yeah, they say they find caves with bones, and the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot drug the animals there to eat and maul, but so could a bear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if you want to go into that, how about in the winter? A lot of people think Bigfoot is I'm going to say the wrong one. It's like carnivore is meat, herbivore is, herbivore. Eats only plants and berries.
Vegetation, yeah. Oh.
Something that big. Something that big. It needs a lot more than that.
Well, no, think back dinosaurs, Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, they were massive.
Oh, so true. That's a good...
Maybe he is prehistoric and he's, I don't know.
That's a possibility.
I'm not saying I believe. I'm just coming up with off the top of my head things that...
I totally, maybe, I'm there with you.
So if he didn't need meat, then maybe he could survive off just vegetation and what's out there. But yeah, in the winter, maybe he does like a bear. Maybe he hibernates.
Here we go to another thing. If he survives on just berries and trees and fruit, why don't we see him picking berries and trees and fruit? Like... something that big would need to be seen. Like, you see bears all the time eating vegetation.
Right.
All the time. That's what a bear is literally doing 90% of its day, searching for food. We don't see a Bigfoot doing that.
Right.
And I mean, we're everywhere at this point. Humans have literally invaded the entire earth.
And it's not like a time of day thing because people camping or people out looking at night, unless he has some type of camouflage, like how geckos and things like that can camouflage into their...
But then you go with that, there's nothing that large that has that camouflage.
Dude, that we know of.
So, and that's the point in Bigfoot. Like, we do not know.
Right.
Nobody, there's been Bigfoot sightings everywhere, okay? All over the world, like I said.
Right.
Nobody has ever seen more than one at a time. Or any young ones. They are all, every one of them is mentioned as a 7 to 10 foot tall creature lurking in the woods.
Solitary creatures. And maybe they can't reproduce. If they are out there, maybe they've been there a long time.
I was going to say, wait. So then now we're getting into age.
Yeah.
So that one Bigfoot has lived right there for hundreds and hundreds of years.
There's things out in the ocean that have been there for hundreds of years.
But we're not talking about the ocean.
Right.
The ocean is a whole different level.
Yeah, you're right. But, I mean, theoretically speaking, it's not impossible that some large creature, and maybe they're like spread throughout the world in different locations for a reason. Maybe there's some kind of protector.
Okay, but then you go to where did they come from, because they had to have been a baby at one time and there's no documentation.
Right. Unless they've just been here so long. Maybe it's another dimension thing too. Like
you always go to the dimensions, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how a lot of things pop up. They come in through different... We may see him when he wants us to see him, or when he can't quite hold his veil, his barrier. Maybe he's popping in and out of realms or something. I don't know. We don't know. Fuck. I mean...
See, that's a little too far-fetched for me. For Bigfoot. Like, some things, no, I totally agree, come in and out of realms, but Bigfoot, like, I think...
To survive on this planet that long, there has to be some kind of portal he can go into for safety, because I don't know how... maybe it's just a cave.
Or he's not real.
Or he's not real.
I mean, it's that easy.
He's not real. Yeah. True,
right?
True.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something out there, or at least at one time there was.
I feel like at one time there was. So we saw it a long time ago, and then the myth started. Yeah. Well, okay, the myth started, like I said before, so long ago. Yeah. There's pictures of him on caves. You know what I mean? It's that long. So, but I think it was the 60s. The infamous photo that everyone's seen, the black and white grainy one of him, it looks like he's strutting himself down a beach or something, was in 1967. That's when it hyped back up. I mean, I'm sure he came throughout the time, but that's when it really hyped back up.
Maybe he's like the, what are they called? The cicadas, where they come out every so often, like every 7 years or something like that.
Maybe he only emerges once every 10 years.
Maybe he goes into some like
carve,
like hypersleep thing and then comes out at certain times.
I mean, maybe.
Who knows? I mean, what is it? What was the animal we said could nap for like 3 years at a time? Was it a snail or something? I can't remember. Maybe he did something like that. I think it was a snail, yeah. Maybe just something like that.
Maybe. But okay, he ramped back up in the 60s, and I think it started with, it's a Bigfoot. We're calling him Bigfoot because we have the footprints and we have the photo and blah, blah, blah. And I think people need to believe in the unknown. They need to believe there's something out there. They need to. So essentially they fabricate these things in their brains, and it's like a mass belief. You know, like, I don't think he's real. I truly do not believe he's real. And that's my opinion. You could totally come with me with a total another argument, and I will 100% believe you.
So you think maybe at one time there was something like that, and the stories have just since
kind
kept,
of carried on and on and on and on and on, and now
legend,
that's literally yes, a legend. Yeah,
that makes sense.
But yeah,
I could see. I'm not going to get onto someone for saying they don't believe or that they do, because, like you said, it brings us some kind of not comfort but excitement for life to not have the answers to some things. Maybe like once you finish a puzzle.
I think it brings me some comfort because I know we don't know everything, and it's kind of like we can still evolve. Like we can still learn.
There's always more to know, more to learn. Because once we figure out, I don't know if you've ever watched the show The Good Place.
No.
It's like once they finally reach the good place and they've done everything they've wanted to do.
They're bored as hell.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're ready to move on. There's like, we've done it all. We've seen it all.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Like once you finish a big project or a puzzle and you've got that sense of like relief and accomplishment, like you got to move on to another project. Mm-hmm. So our brains are constantly looking for more stimulation.
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm going to talk about sirens, as I find them very intriguing. And I know this isn't like it's a different type of creature, but I've always...
Wait, a siren is a mermaid.
See, I've always thought they were like dark mermaids, right? And I've always, like in my head, that's what I've always thought. They've got this beautiful song that draws men in. I always thought they were like an evil mermaid. I thought they had like the fish body and the human top. But I was doing some research and found that maybe this has just evolved over time, but the origin that they actually have bird bodies, that they're like bird on bottom, human on top. And they were originally, like hybrid creatures. Because nowadays, when people talk about sirens, they talk about mermaids. Like, it's like a similar thing.
Thought. They sang the song and called the sailors in and killed the sailors, right?
That's what I thought, too. Yeah, my oldest came in and was like, we were talking about it, and she's like, no, they are not. You're talking about harpies. Is that right? Harpies?
Oh, I have no idea. I thought those were sirens.
Harpies have like the big wings and like, but these are like sea creatures. But what I was reading was like the origin, like Greek mythology, like way back when.
Right.
You know, they were like the daughters of a river god. There was like 3 monstrous sisters they were calling, to the sailors to bring them in, to lure them in with their beautiful, sweet song and, to their demise, to their destruction. And then they'd, kill them or whatever. I knew that story or that like idea, but I always thought that they were like mermaids. But everything I was reading, like with the original, was saying that they're bird-bodied. Like, okay, that's even more interesting. Like, I don't know that I believe they're real, but also in the ocean, once again, there's so much undiscovered, so much we don't know out there.
You could literally tell me that there was, I can't even think of anything right now, a dragon with a human head, bird feathers, and an eel tail that lived at the bottom of the ocean. I would believe you because we don't know.
Right.
The
ocean is so vast. It's like space. There's just so much out there that we don't know. We will never know because we have only explored such a tiny portion.
So we know more about space than we do our ocean.
Yeah,
so
at least
let's do that.
At least our galaxy. But like there's so much down there, and we can't get down there. No one will ever know. There's probably whole civilizations.
And I think certain people know, they just don't like to tell us things. But that's my
opinion.
And
like how things disappear and talk about lost civilizations and all that. And once again with portals, I think there's so many things down there into different realms. I fully believe in all that.
The full ocean can be an actual portal if you think about it, because we physically cannot get to it.
Right.
So would that not be the perfect place to place a portal?
Right.
Or to create a portal. I don't even know if the portals just pop. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think about, but I can't say they're not really out there. I know they're more of a like mythology type of story, but not one that people claim to see. But I don't know that I don't believe something like that's out there. I mean, who's to say there aren't mermaids? Or sirens.
I would think, like, if there were a mermaid, I would... like, when I think of a siren, I think of, honestly, like you said, kind of like a dark mermaid. Yeah. Like, half fish, half human, with weird hair and... Not real hair, like tentacle hair.
Beautiful, but, like, dark, like, super, like, enticing, like, just draws people in with their
Several movies
beauty.
do it right. I cannot think of one movie that there's a couple movies where you see the sirens, and you're like, that's what I picture.
More like what it would actually...
Exactly. Like, that's what I essentially thought they were. But...
Yeah. And I think that's how most people think of them now. I think it's changed over time. Like the original stories and the Greek mythology and all that, you know, it's probably changed through time, but I don't know. I do like the idea of like the thought of like being able to captivate like that. Like I'm sure there's something out there that can do that. Think of how like birds call to other birds and, you know, things.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that something out there has a song that is captivating enough to
bring the sailors in and make them
bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
Just like, my milkshake, it's my song.
And then she like murders them, right?
Right?
Like, isn't that the legend? She
brings
sings
them
the song,
to
brings them and
pure
murders
destruction. Just like
she carries them to the bottom.
Them. I don't know how she kills them.
I think she drags them to the bottom of the ocean. I think I could be totally wrong.
That might be.
I think she does.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Because I don't think they eat them or anything.
No.
I think it's more of a like just to kill them, like
because. Isn't it
because I don't think they are known to hurt women. Like they're more
it's
of
a men thing.
Yeah, like they're protective of the
women.
A man
thing, not a men thing. Yeah. Okay. So my next one is the Kraken.
Ooh, it's a good one.
We're staying in the sea for a minute, I guess.
Yes.
The Kraken, if you do not know, is a sea monster that appeared off the coast of Norway, Greenland, and Iceland. Mm-hmm. So it's up there.
Yeah.
It's way up there. They killed sailors in two different ways. One was creating a giant whirlpool that sucked the ship to the bottom of the sea. Ooh. And the other one, its large tentacles would grab the ship essentially and sink it to the bottom.
Wow. And see, I don't know a lot about the Kraken because it's one of those that like gives me chills because ocean stuff.
You have
and then you think of like the
idea.
Octopus and the giant octopus and how smart they are. Mm-hmm. Like they're like one of the top smartest animals on Earth. And that's just what we've seen. How do we know that they haven't evolved or that there's not something like them out there that's stronger and faster and smarter? And, yeah. So so is it essentially like a big, powerful octopus?
It's what I read is it's like a cross between an octopus and a squid.
Okay.
That's what. Okay, the stories track back to 1200 AD. So they would write, I guess. Like, there were pictures, like old ancient-looking pictures and stuff.
I think so many people were out there on the open sea back then with, like, on boats where they could see out rather than enclosed ships. So they probably saw a lot more than we do now.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, who knows?
He lived in the deepest part of the ocean. When the ships would pass over on the surface, the Kraken would devour the entire ships within minutes. Literally. Grab and do, or it would create the whirlpool, anything like that.
Nom nom. I wonder what his like motive was. Like, what did he like about that ship full of people, other than it was in its way? I
think it, from what I take, just from the little bit of research I did, it's just like you're in my area.
Right.
This is the deepest part. Domain. This is my area. This is my hole. Don't mess with
me. Like how a dog barks and freaks out on somebody. Like,
yes.
This is my fucking property.
Right. The first written account of the Kraken came from a man and his son that lived in Norway. They were crossing the deep waters in Norway. They saw the beast under the sea. Somehow did not get taken. It wasn't a big ship, so I don't know if that's why. It was a very smaller ship because they were just on a quick journey. Yeah. They reported it to the townspeople, and then within weeks it became legend. Everyone passed it on and was talking about it, and then more and more accounts happen, and oh yeah, I've seen that, and oh yeah, I've done that, so it goes into legend at that point. Back then when we shipped everywhere, we did the shipping, full cruise, hundreds of men would go out on a ship, sail to another part, we don't know, but it happened. Sometimes they would just not come back, just poof,
just disappear,
literally. And they wholeheartedly believed it was because of the Kraken. The Kraken took them. Not that there was a storm, not that they sailed to the wrong land, not that they got lost. It was literally a Kraken.
Do you believe it?
100%.
Me too. I fully believe that.
Yeah. There's actually accounts of giant animals, like a giant squid or a whatever, dying, and the evidence of it eating it was something 10 times its size. Wow. And like something about the tentacles and the way it was wrapped and blah blah blah. They do have loose evidence. I'm not going to say it's 100% true because Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, they do have some kind of evidence that it could have been true.
That's awesome.
They also had ways, I don't know how.
I shouldn't say awesome. That's not awesome. But it is.
It is awesome because it's, I don't know. Just to believe something is actually under there that would take whole ass ships on. If it's still there today, no. I don't. Right. We have too many boats and stuff, and nothing has happened in centuries, you know, so.
And probably all the underwater exploration has scared it off or whatever. Maybe it's deeper now.
But then again, once again, the ocean, we don't know.
It's so vast, right?
Exactly. We have no idea. There could be something under there that could take a whole, it would be a cruise ship at this point. You know, it wouldn't be an actual ship carrying supplies or whatever we were doing. But
the Kraken.
There are actually signs that a Kraken is coming.
Oh.
But something I didn't understand about this, and I have some of the signs, so we'll talk about it in a second. But what I don't understand about this is, how do we know there are signs of the Kraken coming if your ship gets devoured if you see a Kraken?
Right. Is there like one or two low survivors just like swimming back to shore? I mean? Like, I saw the sign.
Then there was the story of the man and his son who did not get ate by the Kraken. So, I mean, maybe some people
have seen it coming and they were on the outskirts and didn't quite.
Okay. The signs are pretty... I don't want to say vague. Yeah, because it's like it could literally be anything. Yeah. Okay, the signs are fish leaping out of the water, like up and out, instantly out of nowhere.
Right. Could be a shark. Could
exactly.
Be
a mass amount of bubbles, which I guess I could see that because it's coming
could have
farted. You know, something could have. An abundance of jellyfish swimming by, because they would be scared.
Yeah.
Large waves.
Large waves, I figured, would be the first thing.
Yeah.
Anything big enough to make that kind of commotion? Yeah. Gonna have some waves.
Sudden bad weather.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like instant, it's storming.
It's like it's strong enough to like create its own weather pattern.
Exactly.
Or to stir up enough in the sea to like, because it's all
connected somehow. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the signs that you got a Kraken coming and you should probably...
Wow.
The other thing I read said that no ship could escape. Once you saw that Kraken and you knew it was coming and you're
just
dead.
Sucked in.
There's nothing you could do. Literally pray, I guess.
There's no
if
running.
You pray. You know, do whatever you do because you're
teleport.
Going down.
I mean,
can we do that? I wish.
Oh, that's another episode. Oh my gosh. So the Chupacabra. It's like, you know, I've heard it described in different ways. I've heard of it as like something that flies. I've heard of it as something that's like
flies. I've never heard of flying.
Well, I can't find much about that. But like when I have it pictured in my head, it's like this mammal / reptile / bird. Like I can't describe. But you know, everything you read will tell you it's like more like a kangaroo, like the shape of Okay. First of all, Chupacabra, in general, is a vampire-like creature that's supposed to suck the blood of goats. It's supposed to devour goats, right? It's a goat sucker, because that's what Chupacabra means. So people have claimed to have seen it in, you know, like dusk or dawn when it's like just barely dark. And I've heard stories, you know, people seeing it out on the road with its red glowing eyes and its scaly skin and like spikes all on its back, but it looks like a kangaroo. But I've also seen things that said it's like some people truly believe they're out there, but they're just coyotes with mange.
Okay, so I thought it was like a dog with like, I don't want to say tentacles, but these things that are like on the back of its neck, like I guess scales.
Yeah,
maybe?
Kind of like spikes or scales or whatever.
Like that's
almost like dragon-like.
Yeah, that's
like a dragon
and it's
dog.
A big dog.
Which I guess kangaroos are like really big dogs.
Yeah, but it's hairless. Like that's what I always in my head pictured.
Or like a scaly like lizard type skin. So it's like a mix of a reptile.
Kind of like a hyena.
Yeah, like a hyena, but with like dragon skin. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, there's been, I don't know, back in like the 90s, and I think it was Puerto Rico, there were like claims that, you know, they had seen, that's when it was really talked about, I guess, that people had seen them like out on the road at night and things like that. I don't know. I think they're out there. And I'm not saying that it's something, it could just be some type of animal that has gotten really sick and really like messed up.
Right, like
you hear
a
of all those
manged
viruses
animal.
that can take over. Or, like mange, like the coyote with mange.
It could have literally been like a wolf or a coyote that was ill.
Yeah.
But then what's with the sucking of the blood?
Right, the goat sucking, like because Chupacabra, I think, I may be wrong, actually means goat sucker. And that's
I thought they killed cows too.
Maybe.
Because I always thought it was cows.
Farm animals in general.
Oh, maybe.
Know. But I've always heard that they suck the blood of goats or they destroy goats and that they would get on farms and things like that. But, I don't... So this also leads me... This is not related to... Well, kind of. I'm really into my birds. And my husband is always trying to make the bird noises. And he was doing a whippoorwill the other day. And it reminded me of they're called nighthawks. They're like they're like whippoorwills, but they're usually flying at night and they do these like loud screech. And anyway, we always hear them and see them. Well, I got to reading about nighthawks and whippoorwills, and they're all part of the nightjar family of birds. So I was reading about them and like their history, and nightjar, I guess, actually translates to like goat sucker too, or something like that. Something to do with goats. And there's like these stories back in the day that they would like suck the milk, that these birds would suck the milk from goats and it would make them go blind.
What the hell?
Yeah. Like there's stories of these like farmers and stuff like years and years ago cute little fucking adorable birds, these little whippoorwills.
But that's the most random side quest I've ever been
on. But it made me think of the Chupacabra.
No,
and then we got to talking about the Chupacabra and I was like, maybe they're like little like minions of the Chupacabra.
Oh my gosh.
Like, these are my birds. Check me out. I'm gonna go suck some. You get the milk, I'll get the blood. We'll take it down. I don't know. It just made me think like, well, did that really... I can't see these sweet little birds going and like making these goats go blind.
I don't know. Some birds can be...
There are some crazy birds.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw one. Oh my God, he was so cute. Okay, I won't. He looked like a dragon, but he was a bird. He looked just like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. But he was a nightjar bird, and he's so fucking cute. He looked like a dragon. That was so cute.
You were so cute with your birds.
I love my birds.
You're 35 years old, but you act like
I'm 80, right? Yeah. Like, oh, listen to that one. But yeah, so I don't have a lot on chupacabras. I just think they're interesting.
Okay, I'm not going to say I saw a chupacabra because
God, it's all putty tat.
Okay, so one time we were foiler riding in a very small town, I mean like population 200, near where we live, and there was this creature like running through the fields, not beside us, but like along with us, like far enough away you could just kind of see it jumping, and then it went into the open, and it was like this hairless, gray...
What? How long ago was this?
Oh my gosh.
Like, were you young?
Probably like 15 years ago.
Wow.
Maybe not that long. It was in high school, so I was probably a senior. So I was 18. So you do the math on how long ago that was.
Were you high? Just have to ask.
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just making sure.
No, 100%. No, I was
really
not. I was sober.
And you said it was hopping, like almost
like
kangaroo?
No, it was like, okay, you know how like a deer kind of gallops? It was doing that, and it was like in a wheat field. And we were on, say, the left, and it was on the right, and it was trying to like keep up with us.
Like it was fast.
Yes, it wasn't super close to us. Like it's not like I could lean over and touch it. It was far enough away, but we kept seeing it. And then we went into like a field that had already been plowed, and it took off like around a corner, and it was gray, big, no hair. What? We stopped the four-wheelers, and we're like, because it was us and another group of people, and we're like, what? I
can't believe I've never heard this story.
Yeah,
like I knew you then.
You've known me literally since I was like 12. So
wow. Yeah, what else could that be? Okay, maybe it was like a really mangy deer that was like on steroids or something.
It had the face of a dog. It was more...
Wow. Oh, you could actually see its face.
Well, like the features. Not like up close. I couldn't like see its eyeballs or anything or feel its breath. But like the features of the face, yes. We could see the features.
Like a dingo.
A dingo ate my baby.
Or a dog. It's a dingo.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, I don't know if it was a chupacabra. I'm not saying it was or
that's
not.
What because that's how they describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like scaly skin. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
I believe something like that's out there. There's too many stories for it
too.
not to. Like,
That's not, to me, that's not really a legend.
Yeah.
That's more of a what is
but
this
it's
creature?
one that makes some people really uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it attacks. They're known to attack humans. I don't know. I guess they could because they just want blood.
I've never heard of that, but I've
like,
never really done research either. So
Yeah.
okay, so my next one is it's a spooky. It's a spooky.
So spooky.
And I don't know, is it a mythological? I guess it is a myth. So the Mothman.
Oh yeah, I would say still, yeah. It's
Yeah,
all
okay.
mythological, really.
Okay.
Right?
The Mothman. Do you know?
I know nothing of him.
Nothing?
Mm-mm. I've not
Absolutely
even watched
nothing.
Nothing.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Nope.
Of course you haven't. It's
Of course
scary.
I haven't.
You don't like anything?
No, I like scary movies. I just haven't watched it. I would watch it. I'll watch it with you if you want me to.
We should do a movie night.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, the Mothman, if we don't know, it is a moth-like creature, like 7 foot tall, beady red eyes.
Ooh.
It's like human with wings.
Okay.
Like a bird, almost like gargoyle-esque,
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, like, you can go to Google and Mothman, it's like a black shape with beady eyes.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Okay. He first surfaced in November of 1996 in a town called Point Pleasant, West Virginia. A couple was at, there was a place called the TNT area that the National Guard, like, stored TNT.
Wow.
The couple was heading that way and saw him come out, and apparently it flew over them and chased them out. They went to town, went straight to the newspapers and told the newspapers, and they printed it the next day. Then, like, this mass hysteria happened.
Huh.
Like, it was...
I wonder if the TNT, like...
That's a
the
theory.
light, like, you know...
Not the light, the chemicals inside of it is a theory.
Oh, I always
We'll
think
get there.
moths are drawn to flames, and I just thought...
We'll get there. Okay. After it was reported, several reports came from everywhere, all over the place. There was actually a man named John Keel. Do you need to say something? You look like you need to say
I'm
something.
deep in
Okay.
thought. I'm
Okay.
like really interested in this.
There's a man named John Keel. He's actually the author that wrote the book, The Mothman Prophecies. The book then became the movie with Richard Gere. Okay. He wrote the book. He was in Point Pleasant to investigate UFO sightings.
Wow.
That's why he was there. He was a big UFOist. He was deep into that.
So he was already there at this time.
Yes, he was there at the time, and he caught wind of this Mothman, and he's like, okay, if you're into UFOs, you're into the weird and mysterious. So he's like, whoa, this is cool. We're going to try to figure this stuff out. Like, let's gung-ho about this. He claimed he started talking to people that, like, had the experiences, saw them, the sightings or whatever. He started speaking to them. And after a few days of investigating, he started getting phone calls to his hotel room that was telling him prophecies about things that were going to happen. And apparently they did happen.
Wow.
That's kind of, I don't know if I believe that. I believe the Mothman. I don't know. It's just too weird.
So what is the, like, his story, his legend? Like, he makes people see things?
We'll get there. No, okay. So, he would get the weird phone calls. He would also, like, animals of people who had seen the Mothman would become mutilated, like the dogs, overnight. And they would call him, and he'd come investigate, and yep, I think he was making claims that weren't exactly backed up by anything, but he 100% believed him. He wrote a whole book about it and went on to this whole thing about it. He also claimed that people who saw the Mothman, who saw the sightings, if they looked at him in the eyes, their eyes would bleed.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of an episode of Doctor Who. Anyway, but those were, I think that was something with the angels. Is there any claims that he's like a fallen angel?
Some people think, yes, that is true. But we also I want to point out that in Point Pleasant at this time, there was a lot of weird shit going on. The men in black were spotted. Actual men head to toe in black.
Will Smith was there? Just kidding.
How cool would that be?
So cool.
They were spotted there several times. There were several UFO spottings there and around there at the same time.
Maybe he stirred it up, or maybe he came with them, or maybe he was coming to warn about them.
But to, like, debunk but not debunk, like, giving you both sides here, the TNT fields had some pretty messed up chemicals within them. And some scientists, or I guess not scientists, people who studied this said those chemicals could definitely make your eyes. It was like a sinus thing, and it could cause eye problems.
Probably neurological stuff too. So
yeah. So the phone calls supposedly happened for 13 months while he was there investigating all of this. He went through. He investigated for 13 months, and then the last prophecy he got was that 46 would die soon.
Wow.
That was his last prophecy. And a bridge collapsed. The Silver Bridge collapsed, and it killed 46 people.
Wow.
Before the bridge collapsed, several people say they saw him flying over the bridge the day before. Mothman flying. Like, I think it was like 12 accounts. Wow. Saw him flying over the bridge, and then it collapsed. And then he has not been seen in Point Pleasant since.
Wow. That's really cool. It definitely makes me think of some type of, like, angel.
Some people say, fallen angel. Some people say he's trying to warn. He's trying to, you guys listen.
Almost like
coming,
an angel
it's coming,
of death
it's coming.
type of thing. Yeah.
But some people also believe it's a message of doom. Like, he's not good. He is bad. He's causing these things. He's actually been sighted in other disaster areas around the world.
Really?
Yes. And, like, you can Google pictures, and it's just like a picture of the Loch Ness Monster.
I can't believe I never knew anything about him.
It kind of looks like a human in the sky flying.
Right. Yeah, I just keep thinking, like, fallen angel or, like, angel of death or, like, that kind of thing. Yeah.
He was actually sighted around 9/11.
Wow.
Some people claim. I don't know about that. Some people claim that there was a bridge collapse in Minnesota in 2007. He was sighted there. He was sighted in 2009 for the
swatted because he's a moth.
Well, swine flu outbreak. I saw swine, and so I changed it to swited. It's a good wording. Yeah. 2009 in the swine flu outbreak in Mexico. Apparently he was sighted there. And then his most recent sighting was in 2017 in Chicago. He was sighted by like 22 people. Wow. Like, many people have sighted him up in Chicago. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I mean, I don't disbelieve. I think
with everything that was going on in that town at that time, because I read his book a long time ago. It was one of my favorite, like, horror stories, like, mythological horror story, not real, when I was, like, 12. Like, I read this book a long time ago. And the movie, I didn't love it. The book's better. Always is. But another thing I forgot to mention was people would lose time.
Ooh.
And I mean, like, I don't even know some of the, I didn't write it down. So some of the things people would say is, like, they would drive to work, which is a 5-10 minute drive. It would be the end of the day by the time they reach their work from their home.
Wow.
Stuff like that. So
almost like he created some type of, like, time loop
that
or
kind
time
of stuff,
vacuum.
That stuff I think is more connected to the UFOs.
Yeah, could be.
I think it was just kind of like a mass collection of all this weirdness just happening at once, and stuff kind of got intertwined.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I kind of believe in the Mothman. Like,
I don't. The idea of, like,
a flying man.
Well, like, angels coming down to warn, or, like, I feel it's more of, like, a warning thing. Of, like, I'm here to let you all know what's happening, or, like, to bring you back with me or something, or whatever. Like, more of that kind of thing. But that's really interesting.
Yeah. It's a good one. He's one of my faves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into that. I can't believe I did not know much about, like, I've heard of Mothman but knew nothing about it.
We should totally watch the movie.
I would love to. I do like scary movies. I mean, I'll just gotta light a candle, take a deep breath and tell myself nothing's coming through the screen. It's like I watch paranormal stuff, like, I'm real sensitive.
See, I don't like paranormal movies.
Really? Some of them are just dumb.
Oh my God, they're so fake.
Just dumb.
No, don't get me wrong. There are some very good ones out there, but, like,
I've seen a few.
When the walls start bleeding, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, like, now we'll talk about scary movies.
We're totally getting off.
But talking about bad omens and, like, creatures that bring bad news.
Okay.
Takes me to, like, banshees. So,
they're screaming, wailing.
Yes, screaming, shrieking. They say they're death omen, like the bringer of the death or whatever. They're supposed to show up. There's all these, legends, theories, whatever, that they hear them screaming either out in the woods by their house or near their home, and that they just come there and wail because somebody in the family's going to die or whatever. And that if you hear them, that you start praying or whatever. But I don't know. That's one I don't know a lot about. I just thought it was interesting.
Okay.
Because it is connected to the fairy, the whole fairy thing. They're supposed to be like spirits of fairies, or they're connected to fairies in some way. They say they're like a female spirit. Some call it like the hag of the mist or whatever, but they're connected to the fairy world in some way, just a darker, because moving on to fairies, I don't know how I feel about all that, but some believe they're dark, some believe they're light, some believe there's both, that the fae, they can be evil or good, just like people, that they're little magical spirits, they have supernatural powers. And there's stories, like lots of like Irish mythology, not mythology, but folklore.
For fairies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of Irish folklore, like that, people have stories that they've seen them, or they've been taken to the fairy world, or like lots of, especially like older people who've told stories of seeing them, or being taken by them, or being affected by them in some way. And there's places in Ireland where they've got, like the stone circles and like the fairy trees and the, what are they called? Like the fairy forts. They've got, like, they're still protected. Like, nobody will touch them because they believe those are, like, doors to the fairy world. And that if you see, like, a toadstools or, like, like the fairy ring of mushrooms, things like that.
I was going to say, the ring of mushrooms.
Yeah, and
like,
people
I've had
say
so
don't
many
touch
of
them
those.
because...
Don't walk in them.
Yeah, they say don't go in them. That you'll enter the fairy world.
I've known that since I was a child. You do not.
Especially people in Ireland, Scotland, like, they're, like, really into... A lot of them are really into that fairy stuff. Like, they fully believe... And, they're respected, but they're feared.
I believe in the fairies.
Yeah, I'm really beginning to think I do.
Like,
there's just too much that goes on around.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just something for us to believe in, like, whatever, but...
I believe if they're out there, they're good and they're bad, just like humans.
Agreed.
There's ones that can help and heal, and there's ones that can harm. Some are just mischievous and like to play around, but I feel like some are dark and can do dark things, and I feel like if you piss them off, you
ain't coming back from that.
Right. And I've heard I've heard that they don't like iron. I've heard that once you piss them off, that you really, really have to try to get them on your good side again. But that if you befriend them, if you feel they're near and you befriend them and leave them little,
trinkets,
lots of things.
All the trinkets.
We have actually had to start doing this recently, my kids and I, because we had things disappearing like left and right. Things that would just disappear, small things like, say, a hat or a favorite pair of shoes or a ring or a necklace. Like things that we knew where we set it. It disappeared.
I mean, I've had things like that too.
Right. But it was getting to where it was happening like daily. But then I would go back. I would be like, give it back, please. Don't know who I'm talking to, my ancestor spirits who are fucking around with me, or the fairies, or what. But when I'd ask for it back, I would go look in that same place and it would be there. Like the same place I just
that
looked.
Stuff happens to me, and I always blame it on the gnomes. I'm always like, the little gnome took it, and I'd like it back, and like the next day I find it or something.
Do you believe in gnomes like fairies then, or do you think they're like similar or
honestly, I think I just say it because I probably misplaced it, but it's back in the right spot.
I always joked about it, but now I'm like, maybe I joked about it too much that I actually brought in real fairies. And then I'm like, okay, if this is for real, maybe I need to write an apology letter. Okay,
fairies live in another
dimension. Like they say their realm is like,
I was gonna say realm,
like another realm or dimension or whatever.
And they can cross between the two. Like that's
They say some people can see them if you have a gift. They say some people could see them on certain days.
People can actually see them?
Some people believe that you can really see them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like there's stories of people. Some say like every so many years they'll be visible, or on certain nights they'll be visible, or that if you have a gift where you're open, that you can see them at any time. Okay. There's all kinds of stories of people seeing fairies.
So the people that see them, what do they describe them as? Do you know?
Just small, like little people, or like small creatures that are like human-like.
So literally like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, like little. But I feel like once they get into the fairy world, they're not little anymore. That's what I feel like anyway.
So they like grow.
You're like, honey, I shrunk myself.
Okay.
That's what I think. I don't know.
I think I do too.
But I feel like,
good...
like on True Blood. You know
how my gosh, True Blood, the Fae.
Yeah.
Seriously,
that's a good depiction of it. I really think
a very good
how I would imagine it to be. Yeah.
If you haven't seen True Blood, highly recommend.
So good. almost want to go back and read all those books again and watch.
Like, because in our world, they're these beautiful human beings, beautiful.
Right.
But then they cross over to their realm, and they're no
real
longer
features start showing.
They're not beautiful. They're gnarly, and
it's like they're unmasked once they're back in their realm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder the ones that see them and say they're tiny little creatures. If once they walk through that fairy ring or whatever, that stone circle, they're to their normal size. Like, it's interesting. What movie is it, like Ferngully or something like that?
Oh my god,
is that what I'm thinking?
Ferngully.
Am I thinking of the right movie?
I have not seen that in so long. It's the one where the humans are like tearing down the trees and the fairy has to save them.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of. And then you've got like Maleficent, like it's like a hidden world of all the
Maleficent,
the movies.
I've never seen those.
Oh.
I've seen Sleeping Beauty, but I've never
Maleficent.
seen the movies.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know why. Because I love me some Disney and I love me some Maleficent.
Oh, so I'll watch Mothman, you watch Maleficent.
Can we watch them together?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, together. Yes.
Okay.
We'll have a movie party night.
I like watching movies with people versus alone because I'll end up on my phone if I'm alone.
I'll probably fall asleep. Like, I love movies, but if I watch them on my own, 9 out of 10 times I won't make it through.
Okay.
But yeah, there's so many stories of people, and it goes deeper and darker. There's so many things about the bad fairies and the good ones, but they say that if you've accidentally invited a fairy, now I did a lot of research on this recently because we thought that maybe we accidentally invited them because things were disappearing, and every time I joke about it, something else would disappear. Mm-hmm. So I read that you should write them a letter apologizing, letting them know that you respect them.
Did you actually write them a letter?
I fucking did the damn thing.
I'm sure you did.
I went all out. I would write this cute little handwritten note like, I'm sorry if I've offended you. I fully respect the fae, and if we can work together, I will leave you offerings. I'm leaving little crystals and charms and little vials with little like treats, and like they say they like fruits and things like that. They don't like iron, so I didn't leave anything with iron. But like,
so wait, did stuff stop disappearing?
I made a list of like, please return these items.
Okay.
I forgot about it the last few weeks, but last time I checked it, I bet 5 or 6 of the 10 things were already back. Like, so things had been missing for a long time.
So it worked.
It worked.
You know what? If it worked, do it again.
Right?
Like, oh my gosh.
And now I'm like, oh shit, this is the fairies telling me I forgot. I forgot about them. That list is still
sitting
there.
in the bottom of a drawer somewhere.
I'm like, I need to go freshen things up a little. But yeah, I always thought it was a joke, and now I'm like, maybe me joking about it is why I keep having bad luck on things, or why things keep disappearing. Like, maybe I need to work with them if they're really out there. I'm sorry, fairies. I should have worked with you. Like, I want the good ones, though, not the bad ones. Whatever the bad ones. No, thank you.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like, I feel silly even saying it out loud, but we fucking wrote them a letter and left them little offerings, and our shit started reappearing. Maybe it's coincidence, but I don't know. Some of those things have been missing a long time.
We're going to say the fairies brought them back and just go about our day. It doesn't really matter if you believe us or not. So
Right. It doesn't fucking matter. I know what happened.
I've never wrote a note to the fairies, I will say.
I hadn't until
I will not walk into any kind of ring. Even if it's like a ring of dead grass, I'm walking the other way.
For a reason, something
like, I'm not there. No, thank you. I don't want to go in there.
Right.
Like, no thanks.
I feel like I'm like overstepping. Like,
exactly.
Passing. Like I know it's my yard, but something put that there for a reason, and I ain't gonna fuck with it.
Like, yeah, exactly. I will not.
Respect.
Exactly. I don't care what you are, what you're doing, what your business is. I'm going the opposite way because I don't want to disturb you.
Right.
Like, I totally believe in hauntings, and if I can believe in a haunting, I can believe in anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Like, if I can believe in ghosts and poltergeists and shit moving my stuff around.
Why can't I believe in a fairy?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's all interesting, and there's so many more creatures and mythological beings, and it's just...
It was actually hard to choose 3.
It really is. Yeah. It really is hard. Because I had so many going through my head, like, ooh, I would love to learn more about. And I would. Like, each of these I would love to go and read for hours about. Like, I could really just lose myself.
I kind of did.
I just, like, kind of
really
scratched the surface.
Like,
but some of this is just, like, things I've read over the years or I've seen. Like, I got into something one time, too. I got to reading about... People believe they have fairy blood. Some people believe they're like actually like
on
hybrids.
True Blood?
Yeah, on True Blood.
Like Sookie?
Like they're like Sookie.
Okay.
Like Sookie. There's some people believe they're actually part fairy.
I have a chicken named Sookie.
Oh no, she's part fairy.
Maybe she could take it to the fairy world. She's so pretty.
But I'd read different things like if you have small pointed ears, check. If you have iron issues, check. I have low iron.
Wait, no. Are you about to say you think you're a fairy?
I thought it was hilarious. I'm not saying
Okay,
I'm a fairy,
okay.
but I was like meeting all. If you have like strong intuition and you get overwhelmed around a lot of humans, and I was like all these things on this. So I'm like, what? Am I like part fae or something? I don't. It was weird. I'm like, okay, I'm freaking myself out now. Maybe I like shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's,
no,
that's a little.
but it's funny. It's not funny. Like more power to them. But
Oh,
there are
yeah.
people out there that
if
really
you truly
believe
that, hell yeah, you are.
Yeah, there's
100%. That is for you. Awesome.
And there's people that work with the fae hardcore. Like,
I've seen that before. Like, yeah,
like
mostly on like TikTok, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. It freaks me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah,
not them.
Because it's
I
unknown.
respect them, but
no,
the
fae.
fae freaks me out
Because it's unknown.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Because they always say, "Don't fuck with the fairies." There's a reason they say that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all interesting. I could lose myself for hours in all this stuff. Yeah. Well, that's all we've got for you today. We went a little over our usual time, but
that's okay.
It's interesting stuff. I hope you guys found it interesting. And you can always send questions, information. We always love to hear, interesting stuff. To our email is only if you can keep up at gmail.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.